Welcome, graduates, families, and friends, to Gallaudet's 144th commencement. It's with great honor and privilege that I stand here to recognize our graduates. Congratulations to the class of 2013. What a treat it's been to have Batala Washington, the drumming group, leading our procession. Their drums brought our community together, and they really shook the building. You have our thanks. And now for the national anthem. Please stand facing the American flag and place your right hand over your heart.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hail at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
Please be seated. Today's graduation day, but it's also a day of love. That love and the encouragement from parents, other family members, and friends supported these graduates. Will the families and friends of our graduates please stand so the graduates can show you their love and appreciation. Thank you, everyone. Please be seated. Our faculty and staff deserve immense credit for their work as well. It's their devotion to serving our students that has led to this day. First, will our faculty please stand and be recognized? Thank you. Please be seated. Now, will our staff please stand and be recognized? Thank you. Please be seated. International guests and embassy representatives honor us today with their presence. Will all of our international guests please stand? Please be seated. Thank you. Today we recognize Dr. Stephen Chaikind, who is granted Faculty Emeritus status for his exemplary service. Dr. Stephen Chaikind, please stand and remain standing. Dr. Chaikind is a professor in the Department of Business and has been from 1989 to 2012. And Gallaudet's Distinguished Faculty Member of the Year for 1997 and 1998. He is recognized for his service to the field of education economics, to his department, to students, and to the university as a whole. He is an expert in economics, cost and budget analysis, and special education finance. Dr. Chaikind is widely published and has been a renowned presenter at numerous economics conferences. Dr. Chaikind was known for his involvement as a member of the University Faculty Senate, as chair of the Council on Undergraduate Education, and as a member of the University Budget Committee. Dr. Chaikind, you have our thanks for your outstanding service. Thank you so much. Now it's my pleasure to introduce Ms. Alice Slater Reynolds, President of the Gallaudet University Alumni Association. Alice, please come forward.
President Hurwitz, Provost Wiener, Gallaudet administrators, and the Board of Trustees, Gallaudet faculty, staff, families, friends, and most importantly, class of 2013, the Gallaudet University Alumni Association, 1,800 alumni from all over the world send you congratulations. You, as the class of 2013, have eaten, slept, and breathed Gallaudet for several years. Those years are the most important years of your lives. What you are today is because of Gallaudet. You will realize as years go by that being alumni of Gallaudet is such a privilege. Trust me, I know, because I've been an alumna for 35 plus years. However, being an alumni comes with a huge responsibility. It includes joining chapters wherever you go, wherever you may move in the country to participate and lead. And it also means that you need to come home regularly. And when you are out there, you should always be looking for prospective students for Gallaudet. Fourthly, you need to give money for student scholarships. We know that our future students will need that kind of support, which is the same kind of support that some of you have gotten to be here today. Now, this afternoon, when you walk across the stage, you're going to find me on the other end, and I'll be giving you a gift from the Alumni Association. Let me show you what that is. This is a pin that I will be giving to you. You see the coffin door in the background, and then in the forefront, the statue of Gallaudet and Alice. Wear that pin with pride. And again, class of 2013, congratulations, and do not forget to join Gallaudet University Alumni Association.
I would now like to recognize our Board of Trustees. They are exceptional volunteers who support and advise our university. My special thanks go to Dr. Benjamin Sukup, Chair of the Board of Trustees, Will our trustees please rise? Will the board members please be seated, and Dr. Sukup, please come to the podium.
Today is one of the most important days in your life. The hard work and perseverance that you've displayed in earning your degree indicates your character and determination to succeed. And I speak for the entire board in extending my sincere congratulations. Some of you will pursue advanced degrees. Some of you will enter the workforce. Some will volunteer your talents to help others. And regardless, be confident that Gallaudet has prepared you well for the next phase of your life. Our national and international reputation as a center of academic excellence is built on the contributions of our alumni. Ensure that this tradition continues, and whatever you do, and wherever you go, you are a member of a very select group. No accomplishment is beyond your grasp. Make the world a better place, work hard, and above all, believe in yourself. Congratulations to the class of 2013.
Oh, I guess I'm a little bit shorter than Ben is. It's my honor as president to share a few words with you today. We are all here to see the results of your efforts. You've completed hard work. You have overcome difficulties. You've displayed perseverance. What a path you have followed to bring you where you are today. You all have so much respect from everyone in the room. You are part of a tradition at Gallaudet that is 149 years old. And now it's your turn to take your place in the world. We look forward to the world you will create. But in particular, we want your passion for Gallaudet to continue. Gallaudet will always be home to each of you. Honor us by returning often. Finally, enjoy the day with your family and friends. But please also find a private time today when you can enjoy the satisfaction that you feel within yourselves. Carry that feeling with you. You've earned it. And I say to you, well done. Thank you. Thank you all. Now it is my pleasure to introduce three students chosen to address you today. Representing undergraduate students is Natalie Delgado. Representing graduate students are Felicia Williams and Dr. Conchetta Pucci. Please take a look at their biographical material in the program booklet that you have. They have all led superlative lives and are wonderful examples of our students here at Gallaudet. First, Natalie, please join us on stage for your address. When Natalie finishes, Felicia will join us on stage for her address. And then finally, when Felicia finishes, Conchetta will join us on stage. Natalie?
Greetings, President Hurwitz, First Lady Vicky, members of the Board of Trustees, family, faculty, staff members, and most importantly, the class of 2013. For many of us, Gallaudet has been a gateway to opportunity. It's given us freedom to accomplish our dreams and to do so in an environment where communication flows freely. For those of you who don't know me, I transferred here my junior year. I attended LSU before that. Like several of us, when I arrived here for my first semester, I was really shy and I felt a little out of place because I had only been signing for 1 year. When I started learning ASL, my self-esteem grew. Gallaudet was a dramatic change for me. I truly believe if I had not transferred here, I would be a completely different person. Gallaudet has given me confidence, strength, and assertiveness. One thing that makes Gallaudet stand out for me is that people here taught me something very important. There's a quote that says, "Teachers open the door, but you have to enter by yourself." Even though Gallaudet has given us the resources and confidence to go out and accomplish our dreams, it is us who have to actually open the door. Gallaudet opened the door, but we entered it. Since I have been here, I have been blessed to have the opportunity to give back to deaf education in Ecuador. My family is from Ecuador. I volunteered at a capstone project, and I really want to thank my Gallaudet teachers and staff. They have given us so many opportunities, and personally I want to thank faculty in the psychology department and the honors capstone committee and my family and friends and my peers. Your support has made my dreams come true. 2013 is a special year for us. We saw President Obama be inaugurated for a second time, and the world continues to change and struggle for marriage equality, and the recent tragedies that have led to the gun debate. It also was when we celebrated our 25th anniversary of DPN, and we got to reflect on the achievements of deaf people during that time span. Although DPN has brought us a long way, there's still much to be done. Living in the United States makes it easy to forget that the college education we have received is a privilege. Statistics show that 90% of all deaf people in the world do not receive sufficient education or any education at all. It's sobering to reflect on the state of deaf education today. There are many divergent and strongly held views on early intervention, language and communication, and educational options for deaf children. As a result, there are so many conflicting decisions for parents of deaf children to make. As Gallaudet graduates, we have a moral and civic responsibility to advocate for the right of current and future deaf children to be raised in a fully accessible environment in the home and school. Go out there, volunteer, educate the people in this country and in other countries, and provide them with the support they need to better the lives of deaf children. We can make change happen. Be the leaders that Gallaudet wants us to be. I want all of us to consider that this graduation ceremony and the culmination of our undergraduate career is just another door opening for us. Go outside of your comfort zone as you enter the real world and make a change. If Gallaudet or your job or your friends opens a door for you, go in. We'll never know what we might find if we don't explore. Thank you and congratulations to the class of 2013.
Greetings, President Hurwitz, First Lady Vicky, Board of Trustees, faculty, staff, family, friends, members of the Gallaudet community, and the class of 2013. I feel very honored to be standing here before you all. We entered Gallaudet University for one reason, which is to get an education, a powerful tool indeed. Our master's degree elevates us to a unique position. It is my hope that the knowledge and experiences we have gained at Gallaudet will allow us to promote change and become advocates for social justice. Social justice is the view that everyone deserves equal economic, political, and social rights. As a person of color, as a deaf person, and as a woman, I have faced isms. We have all encountered isms that society has imposed upon us. It is my hope that our time at Gallaudet has transformed us into agents of social justice, and that we will be part of a transformative social change within our society. Collaboration requires strength, patience, and the capacity to forgive. Each of us must experience our own transformation in order to believe that others have the capacity to be transformed. Our beliefs and attitudes must be carefully recognized in order to make the transformative changes. It is my hope and wish to each one of you that you believe in your ability to make a difference wherever you go. Most importantly, be compassionate. I want to share a quote by Bell Hooks, a famous Black feminist educator that aptly sums it all up. For me, forgiveness and compassion are always linked. How do we hold people accountable for wrongdoing and yet at the same time remain in touch with their humanity enough to believe in their capacity to be transformed? For many of us, our time at Gallaudet has given us this opportunity. When I first entered the graduate program, I was extremely overwhelmed with challenges. In my time here, I have become a strong, Black, deaf woman. And I know this will be one of my greatest assets as I join the education field, where I will have the opportunity to inspire and empower my students. Many of us would like to give our thanks to our family, friends, the faculty and staff, and to Gallaudet for the tremendous support we have received. I want to recognize 3 important people for their roles in my life. First is my grandmother, who is now with God. She was the first person who believed in me and told me that even though I was deaf, I would become successful. I am here today in part because she believed in me. The second person is Dr. M.J. Bienvenu, my professor and mentor in the ASL field. MJ, I want to thank you for your support during 4 years at Gallaudet and for being an inspiration to me. Thank you. The third person that has continued to inspire me is Dr. Nathy Marbury, who recently passed away. She was an ASL teacher, and I considered her to be my role model because of her passion for and contributions to the ASL field. I will miss her. I would like to close with a quote by Mary McLeod Bethune, a famous Black civil rights leader. Faith is the first factor in a life devoted to service. Without it, nothing is possible. With it, nothing is impossible. As you step out to meet the world with your mind prepared and your skills tuned, I urge you to set your direction with a positive attitude and a strong spirit, and to have faith. Congratulations, class of 2013.
Wow. Bon pomeriggio. Good afternoon. President Hurwitz, First Lady Vicky, Board of Trustees, faculty, staff, family, friends, and graduates. Wow, I never imagined that I would be here today getting my PhD. Today is a historic day for Gallaudet. Our university is graduating 14 doctoral students, which is the largest group ever, and I am so honored to join my compagni for this great honor, compagni, meaning my classmates in Italian. Many of us experienced significant events that served as catalysts to bring us to Gallaudet. 8 years ago, when I was in a school as a social worker in New York City, I agonized when one of my students, a 6-year-old Mexican deaf boy, was placed in the wrong class. I felt powerless, and I knew in that moment that I had to work for systemic change. Now, I am on my way to becoming an administrator. There are 3 important words that have guided my professional and personal life. They are persistence, passion, and proactivity. Persistence. What does it mean to be awarded a doctoral degree? We have our TAMs with gold tassels and the 3 velvet bars on our sleeves to show that we were able to accomplish something that only a very small percentage of people are able to do. In order to do this, we had to be persistent, and if you can earn a PhD, you can pretty much accomplish anything. The second principle is passion. To earn our degrees, we also had to be passionate about our studies and our chosen fields. Our doctoral degrees are worthy because we share a passion for problem solving within our fields and the courage and steadfastness to pursue our passion through education. As we leave, we must bring that passion with us. The third is proactivity. Our education didn't just take place in the classroom. Gallaudet has taught us how important it is to be accountable and how to be effective advocates and allies. We learned to be proactive about what we believed, and at the same time, we learned to examine who we are and to embrace the richness of our diverse and multi-layered community. As a deaf person with Usher syndrome, I support the deafblind's community efforts to be proactive, as well as the work that other important communities are doing. I can say without hesitation that we represent intersectionality at its finest. These challenges and changes sometimes seem like they are tearing us apart, but what it is actually doing is strengthening our community. We are Gallaudet. Our success would not be possible here today without the great support of our professors, mentors, and colleagues. Thank you to our faculty, staff, families, and friends for being here today and supporting us through our studies. I want to personally thank and recognize Dr. Marshall, Dr. Vashishta, and Dr. Duffy in the Department of Administration and Supervision. They did not just teach me to see the path in front of me, but they also shaped the path that I walk on. So thank you for delivering the best things out of the smallest department on campus. Most importantly, I'm a proud daughter of Italian immigrants, and it was my sweet mama who gave me the final push to do this. Thank you. And I know my papa in heaven is busting with pride. Grazie mille to my friends, to my stepfather, and 2 aunts from near and far. To conclude, I ask you, how do you want to be remembered? Take these 3 words that I have shared with you as you step out into the world. Be persistent, be passionate, be proactive, and do it with all of your heart. This will become your legacy. Congratulations, and forever embrace Gallaudet.
Natalie, Felicia, and Conchetta, thank you so much for your wonderful speeches. Now I'm truly honored to introduce to all of you the United States Secretary of Transportation, Ray LaHood. Secretary LaHood is a familiar face at Gallaudet. He was appointed to Gallaudet's Board of Trustees in 1997 by the Speaker of the House of Representatives, and he served on the board until 2009, when he became the 16th Secretary of Transportation. He was a mentor and role model to our deaf students from Illinois by meeting with them during his visits to the campus, as well as welcoming them to his office on Capitol Hill. As Secretary of Transportation, he oversees an agency of more than 55,000 employees and a $70 billion budget for air, maritime, and surface transportation missions. Prior to his position as Secretary of Transportation, Secretary LaHood spent 14 years in the U.S. House of Representatives from the 18th District of Illinois. And that's actually where the Illinois School for the Deaf is located. I'm delighted to turn the program over to our commencement speaker, Secretary Ray LaHood.
Hello, everyone. It's truly an honor to be with you today. Let me congratulate President Hurwitz on his appointment to the D.C. Chamber of Commerce Board of Directors. As the first deaf member, I know you'll bring an invaluable and fresh perspective to the Chamber. I also want to thank Natalie, Felicia, and Conchetta for their wonderful reflections. Earning your college degree is an important milestone. And today, this moment right here, right now, is going to be one of the best in your life. It's the feeling of accomplishment that you get only after working very hard towards a goal. I hope it's one of many in your long and accomplished lives. You took your last exams, you wrote your final papers, and you're done with the late night study sessions. Congratulations, class of 2013. You did it. Please join me in thanking the people who made it possible. Your President, Alan Hurwitz, and First Lady Vicki. Your Chairman of the Board of Trustees, the professors, advisors, and other faculty who guided you to the finish line. Your parents, your grandparents, your aunts, your uncles, your brothers, your sisters, your coaches and tutors, church leaders, neighbors, and other important people. All of them helped you to become the person you are today. Let's give them another round of applause. Let's thank them for everything they've done to get you here. Today, I want you to remember one thing. Your potential is limitless. For me, my degree became a key that unlocked countless doors. Many of them were unexpected. As a teacher, as a public servant, as an elected official, and as a member of President Obama's cabinet. I guarantee you, in December 1971, not one person, including myself, would have ever dreamed that I'd be a cabinet secretary. That's the day I graduated from Bradley University. A lot of you are probably wondering why I'm your commencement speaker. When you heard I was coming, did many of you think to yourself, Ray LaHoo? I was elected to Congress in 1994, and for 14 years, I represented the same congressional district in Illinois that President Abraham Lincoln represented when he was in Congress. I am very proud of this connection to Abraham Lincoln, and I often talk about his ability to see beyond the present. Lincoln was a bold leader who had a vision for the country. He ignored the critics and the naysayers and took courageous steps to better our country. One of his many accomplishments was the signing of the charter for Gallaudet University. With the stroke, let's hear it for Abe. With the stroke of a pen, he helped usher in the nation's first college dedicated to deaf and hard of hearing students. When I served in Congress, I worked with the Illinois School for the Deaf, the only school for deaf children in our state. Through my work with that school, I saw firsthand the profound impact that a tailored education could have on a deaf student. And in 1997, the Speaker of the House of Representatives, Newt Gingrich, appointed me to the Gallaudet University Board of Trustees. I served on the board for 12 years, and I was always proud to meet with Gallaudet students, especially those from Illinois. Any of you here gathered from Illinois? Raise your hand. Hello, Illinois. As a member of the Board of Trustees, I always had the privilege of working with former President King Jordan. During that time, we became very good friends. King Jordan was a bold leader, but more importantly, his leadership was the culmination of an important movement, one that impacted not just Gallaudet, but the deaf community at large. This past March marked the 25th anniversary of the School-Led Deaf President Now movement. I know this was a bit before your time, but let me tell you, this event was not just about Gallaudet. It was about deaf people across America and around the world. When the students at Gallaudet succeeded at getting what they wanted, an equal voice, they ushered in a new era for deaf people everywhere. The Deaf President Now movement was proof that big dreams and bold actions lead to success no matter who you are. When he was named president, King Jordan said, deaf people can do anything but hear. And I agree with him. Deaf people can do anything. And so today I have a challenge for you. Consider it a call to action. Gallaudet is now getting ready to celebrate another milestone, 150 years since the signing of the charter. In preparation for this milestone, your school has asked for nominations of visionary leaders, people who give back. I'm going to take it a step further. I'm challenging each of you to be your own visionary leader. I'm challenging each of you to dream big, to be bold. I know that this seems like an impossible challenge, and exactly the kind of task you might expect to hear at a commencement ceremony. Right now, you're not thinking about changing the world. You're thinking about getting your first job out of school. You're wondering where you're going to live after graduation. You're thinking about where you're having dinner tonight. Don't worry. You'll figure all of that out. And as far as today goes, your parents will probably buy you dinner. You may be worried and you may be wondering what life has in store for you beyond the gates of Florida Avenue. You may think to yourself, sure, I can dream, but I'm not bold. I want you to let go of those fears now. Think of your biggest, wildest dream and make a promise to go after it. Boldness is in your blood. It's been there all along, helping you through every challenge. When the other kids treated you differently, when a clerk at a store was unable to help you because they couldn't sign, when other people dismissed your dreams because they misunderstood your abilities, boldness helped you overcome the challenges and to keep dreaming big. Boldness has been pushing you along as you came to Gallaudet, taking classes on subjects you knew little about. Boldness encouraged you to pursue dream internships of working for a congressman or a small business. Boldness inspired you to study abroad in a foreign country. And as you leave this campus, boldness is going to help you become a leader. Gallaudet has been a place where big dreams and bold action come together. The boldness of Gallaudet started with Amos Kendall, Edward Gallaudet, and President Lincoln. It was evident in the fierce courage and forward thinking of the students who protested for a deaf president. It spread around the world as Gallaudet students joined the Peace Corps, ensuring that deaf children in developing countries had access to education. And it's all around us in Washington. Members of the Gallaudet community have given back in countless ways. Alumnus Robert Davila, who later became Gallaudet's ninth president, was appointed by George H.W. Bush as Assistant Secretary for the Office of Special Education and Rehabilitative Services in the Department of Education. Your baseball coach, Curtis Pride, serves on President Obama's Council on Fitness, Sports, and Nutrition. And at the Department of Transportation, we benefit from the skills of Gallaudet alum every day across all modes of transportation. For instance, Mary Louise Burgess, class of '72, works as a mathematical statistician at the National Highway Safety Administration, and she's been with the department for over 30 years. There's a place for you at DOT. And most recently, we recruited Anthony and Julian from the class of 2010. Anthony graduated with a degree in computer information systems and now works for the Federal Highway Administration. Julian got her degree in accounting and now works for the Maritime Administration as a financial analyst. There's a place for you at DOT. All three are great examples of how Gallaudet alumni contribute to the Department of Transportation. Some of you may have met Kristen or Elena at one of the career fairs here on campus. Both are Gallaudet alumni, and they help us recruit bright, talented people from Gallaudet. They help us spread the message that at the Department of Transportation and across the federal government, we are committed to hiring a diverse workforce. In fact, President Obama set a goal of hiring 100,000 people with disabilities. To help meet this goal, we have accommodations and technologies to help deaf and hard of hearing employees do their job. We have video phones, caption telephones, instant messaging, and interpreters, among many other resources. The point is this: being deaf will not keep you from a life of public service. We need your skills. We need your passion. Tomorrow, go take a look at www.usajobs.gov and see if there's something that interests you. Talk to your career center and get connected to a recruiter. The world beyond Gallaudet is yours for the taking. Now the words you've been waiting for. Let me end with this. with some advice that I've learned across the course of many years in Washington. I've been a Republican all of my life. When I served in the Illinois legislature, when I worked for members as a member of Congress, and when I served in Congress. And I understand that we find ourselves in an age of dysfunction, an era of paralyzing partisan bickering. People sometimes ask me, why would you, a lifelong Republican, sign up to be part of a Democratic administration? Well, I'll tell you why. Because I'm an American first, and I believe in America. And I believed that the opportunity to serve in this administration would help serve the American people. When I accepted President Obama's invitation to serve our country, I looked beyond our differences. The things we shared, like a deep passion to get things done for the American people, that's what mattered. And as Secretary of Transportation, I run a department that builds massive transportation projects, like bridges and highways and light rail systems. Each of these projects makes a big difference for our communities, and piece by piece we are transforming our country into something better. Like all big ideas, every one of these projects requires us to be bold. And when I say bold, I don't mean that one person takes all the credit. Being bold requires us to work together. It requires civility. It requires compromise. In reflecting on your experience here at Gallaudet, I think you'll draw the same conclusions. I think you'll see that because you studied together, because you volunteered together, and because you figured out who you are together, you came to know each other beyond your differences. You understood that in order to get big things done, we must and you must work together. Many of you are already giving back. You're interning in the government, you're helping those in need, you're preparing yourselves for a lifetime of service. You are strong. You are bold. You are leaders. And with the potential of today's technologies, nothing is going to hold you back. Nothing. I know most of you don't remember what it was like before Twitter and texting, but these communication tools have revolutionized the world for deaf people. They've broken down one more barrier. From this day forward, I want you to take a page out of Lincoln's book. Don't ever listen to the naysayers. Don't focus on your differences. Focus on what you bring to the table. You are here right now because you have the right stuff. Gallaudet gave you the tools you need to be a leader. Now it's your job to dream big and to be bold. Thank you so much for including me here today. Good luck, Godspeed, congratulations.
Thank you, Secretary LaHood. You have our thanks for all of those inspirational words. Your life has been a life of service. And that was clear from your comments today. Thank you again for your inspirational words. We will now confer honorary degrees. Dr. Stephen Weiner, Provost, will present the candidates, and Mr. Dwight Benedict, Dean of Student Affairs, will assist.
Will Secretary Ray LaHood, Chair of the Board of Trustees Dr. Benjamin Sukup, and Board of Trustees members Claudia Gordon and Mrs. Cheryl Hepner, please come forward.
Secretary LaHood, Dr. Hurwitz has already introduced you to the audience, and our program book contains the full wording of your citation. Let me just add that we honor you, for you are a mentor, a role model, a cabinet member, a national leader, a congressman, a legislator, a trusted friend, a leader, a motivator, and a believer. Gallaudet University is proud to honor you by awarding you this degree of Doctor of Laws honoris causa.
President Hurwitz, I request that you confer upon Secretary Ray LaHood the degree of Doctor of Laws honoris causa.
By the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees of Gallaudet University, I confer upon you the degree of Doctor of Laws with all rights, privileges, and responsibilities thereto appertaining.
Will Dr. Harry Lang and Board of Trustees members Dr. Harvey Goodstein and Ms. Pamela Lloyd Ogoki please come forward?
Gallaudet University is pleased to confer the degree of Doctor of Humane Letters to Dr. Harry Lang. The deaf and hard of hearing communities owe a great debt to Dr. Lang. Dr. Lang is Professor Emeritus at the National Technical Institute for the Deaf at the Rochester Institute of Technology, where he was a faculty member from 1970 to 2012. He taught in a variety of disciplines during his notable career at the undergraduate and graduate levels. Dr. Lang is also committed to improving the field of education. He was coordinator of RIT NTID's Office of Faculty Development, where he worked diligently to establish an institute-wide teaching effectiveness program. He was an educational researcher for many years in the Center of Research, Teaching, and Learning. In addition, Dr. Lang is a gifted and prolific writer on a wide variety of topics, publishing 9 books and more than 50 book chapters and journal articles. He has shared his expertise as a member of editorial boards, including the Gallaudet University Press Editorial Board. He is highly sought as a presenter, both nationally and internationally, and is the recipient of numerous awards. Our program book contains the full wording of your citation, and let me add that we honor you, for you are a pioneer, a groundbreaker, a creator, an innovator, an author, a contributor, an educator, a humorist, an awardee, an honoree, an initiator, a dreamer. Gallaudet is proud to honor you by awarding you the degree of Doctor of Humane Letters, honoris causa.
President Hurwitz, I request that you confer upon Dr. Harry Lang the degree of Doctor of Humane Letters, honoris causa.
By the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees of Gallaudet University, I confer upon you the degree of Doctor of Humane Letters with all rights, privileges, and responsibilities thereto appertaining. Congratulations, both of you. Please be aware that our printed program contains extensive biographical information on both of our honorees. Our congratulations goes to both.
President Hurwitz, it is now my pleasure to introduce Dr. Jane Dillahay, Chair of the Faculty Senate, who will present the candidates for collegiate degrees. Thank you, Dr. Weiner. President Hurwitz, upon recommendation of the faculty, I have the honor of presenting the candidates to you. Will all of the candidates for the degrees of Bachelors of Arts, Bachelors of Science, Master of Arts, Master of Science, Master of Social Work, Specialist in School Psychology, Doctor of Audiology, and Doctor of Philosophy please stand and remain standing? President Hurwitz, these candidates have completed all their requirements for the appropriate degrees.
By the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees of Gallaudet University, and consistent with the standards set by the faculty, I confer upon each of you the appropriate degree with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities thereto appertaining. Please be seated.
Dr. Carol Erding, Dean of the Graduate School and Professional Programs, will call forward the recipients of the graduate degrees. Will Dr. William Marshall and Dr. Madden Vashishta please come forward to assist in the awarding of the doctoral degrees in the Department of Administration and Supervision? I now call upon Susan Elaine Brandt to come forward. I now call upon Lisa Ellen Brinks to come forward. I now call upon Alim S. Shandani to come forward. I now call upon Erica Lynette Payne to come forward.
That's my family.
I now call upon Conchetta Teresa Pucci to come forward. I now call upon Gabriel Olusansen Soje. Will Dr. Cynthia Neese Bales and Dr. Patricia Hasselbosch please come forward to assist me in the awarding of the doctoral degree in the Department of Education? I would like to now call upon Millicent Melinda Musioka to come forward. Will Dr. R. Stephen Ackley and Dr. Wendy Hanks please come forward to assist me in the awarding of doctoral degrees in the Department of Hearing, Speech, and Language Sciences? I now call upon Lena R. Kubli to come forward with honors. I now call upon Julie Martinez Vierhoff to come forward. She also is graduating with honors. Will Dr. Seal Lucas, Dr. Paul Dudas, and Dr. Mather please come for the awarding of the doctoral degrees in the Department of Linguistics? Jennifer Furler, I now call upon to please come forward. Will Dr. Patrick Bryce and Dr. Irene Lee come forward to assist in the awarding of the doctoral degree in the Department of Psychology? I now call upon Rachel Maya Plotkin to come forward. I now call upon all recipients of the Doctor of Audiology degree to come forward and receive their degrees. Ilya Fong. Catherine Greening. Elizabeth Jackson Marchmer. With honors. Zachary Lafrata. Jennifer Paciana. Maureen Shader with honors. Teresa Testa. Lisa Zagar. Recipients of the Masters of Arts, Masters of Science, and Social Work, please come forward to receive your degrees. Namira Balajinyam. Leah Bankston. Diana Barragan. Michelle Brazio. Lauren Burgess. Meredith Burke. Noel Calvert. Tiffany Kastner. Eliza Katani. Sharon Confreda. Rachel Cook. Jenny Cooper. Danica Dykes Egbert. Karen Doan. Katie Fitzpatrick. Paul Fitzpatrick III. Victoria Fliss. Marielle Friedberg. Dana Fuller. Joe Garcia. Emily Glenn Smith. Inez Gonzalez. Tay Halleck with honors. Colleen Hill. Lisa Hochberg. Michelle Holly with honors. Mayumi Iwata. Justin Jackerson with honors. Sarah Casavan. Megumi Kawakami. Danielle Krevitz. Cassie Lang. Sharon Lott. Alan Markle. Andrea Meal. Kara Midgley. Kristen Miller. Kemily Morrison. Stephanie Mudry. Dean Mazinski.
Clara Musser.
Clara Musser. Interpreter retraction. Dean Mazinski.
Thanks for your support.
Alex Nelson.
Thank you.
Emily Nochezi.
Soon I'm going to take your position, huh? After you're done, I'll take over. I'm going to be the president tomorrow. Yes, please do. Mom and Dad, all right.
Amanda O'Brien. Jaimeta Rebecca Pursley. Blair Rasmus. Jennifer Rogers. Amy Rousseau with honors. Elena Ruiz.
So appreciate it.
Samantha Shine. Jennifer Spenceri. Lee Strake. Widawat Sarit Kul. Napawan Tamsiribun. Jaslyn Vincent. David Weisblatt. Brittany Williams. Felicia Williams.
Beautiful speech.
Max Williamson. Emily Wojan with honors. Julia Woolhandler.
First RAT, now Gallaudet. All right.
Beverly Woodell.
Thank you, thank you. Mom and dad, family.
Heather Zimmerman. President Hurwitz, this concludes the awarding of the graduate degrees.
President Hurwitz, I will now call forward the students who are graduating with an undergraduate degree conferred with university honors. They are graduating today with full university honors, which requires rigorous academic coursework and successful completion of a capstone project. Would the capstone graduates please come forward? Eileen Aldelur. Eileen was graduating with university honors and is summa cum laude. Derek Beam, graduating with university honors and summa cum laude.
New beginnings, right?
Lauren Benedict, graduating with university honors and summa cum laude.
Here's my baby. He's a proud father. Congratulations. Gallaudet's helped me so much, it feels like my birthday every day. Thanks, Gallaudet.
Trevor DeRoche, graduating with university honors, cum laude. Natalie Delgado, graduating with university honors, summa cum laude.
Good speech as well. Congratulations.
Alyssa Romano, graduating with university honors, summa cum laude. Caroline Shugs, graduating with university honors, summa cum laude.
Am I dreaming? You can always dream. You can always dream. Keep dreaming.
Kelsey Young, graduating with university honors, cum laude. Brittany Turner, graduating with university honors, summa cum laude.
Thanks so much.
That completes the conferring of university honor degrees. Will Dr. Isaac Agbula, Dean of the College of Liberal Arts, Sciences, and Technologies, call forward the recipients of undergraduate degrees? The undergraduate class of 2013, congratulations. You've made it, and it's now your time. It's time to graduate and time to celebrate. It's time to shine in the spotlight. Are you ready? Will Mr. Dwight Benedict, Dean of Student Affairs, please come forward to assist with the awarding of the undergraduate degrees? Mr. President, I will now call forward the recipients of undergraduate degrees. Some of our graduates have distinguished themselves by earning their degrees with distinction. Cum laude, with honors, recognizes students with a grade point average of 3.4 or above. Magna cum laude, with high honors, is a grade point average of 3.6 or above. And summa cum laude, with highest honors, is for those students who have achieved a grade point average of 3.8 or above. I will identify these students as they are called to receive their degrees. Saeed Abdi. Jeremy Adams. Charlie Ainsworth, magna cum laude. Andrea Amati. Laure Amalut.
Liam, I love you, my farm, my whole family.
Patrick Anderson. Johanna Arrigo, summa cum laude.
My family, I love you all. My friends, you know who you are. I love you. Love you all.
Amy Bechtel, summa cum laude. Bethany Baker, cum laude.
Finally, I made it. All right. You mind adding me to the board? No. Congratulations.
Dana Baldiviez, summa cum laude.
It's never too late. All right.
Jeb Baldridge. Robert Ballingy.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Vanessa Barahona. Brian Bennett.
I have a gift for you. If you give me a degree, I'll give you this. All right. He's a famous swimmer here, so I'll appreciate that.
Danielle Berrigan, magna cum laude. Kevin Berrigan, cum laude. John Bingham.
Hi, my mom. You see me? My family out there. Love you.
Amanda Biskupiak. William Blaze.
My mom and my sister, my husband, 30 years, 30 years. Love you all.
Chaslyn Bradley.
It was a good dance.
Samantha Bragg, cum laude. Heather Brightback, cum laude. Tosca Broadway.
Love my family and friends. Love you all.
Wallace Brosman, magna cum laude.
Of course. We're graduating together. Thank you.
William Butler III, cum laude.
That's all right. Proud of Gallaudet.
Megan Kane, summa cum laude. Jacinth Campbell.
Thank you, my family. I love you. All right.
Lisa Cantu. Danielle Carrasco, summa cum laude.
Do you mind if I hug one of the Board of Trustees? Thank you. Yep, I've known her for a long time. Thank you.
Lei Chen. Joe Colon Riviera, cum laude.
All right.
Aldo Cornejo Adranzen.
Mom and Dad and all my family, all right, I made it.
Lisa Craig. Connor Crawford. Richard Dahan.
Thank you, my family and friends. Thank you.
Amelia Dahl. Dakian Dang. Magna cum laude. Terrence Davidson. Joseph Davis, summa cum laude.
It's about time.
Martin Dayan. Celine Daze.
Can't wait, I'm graduating finally. Love you, family.
Stacy De La Luna.
Family and friends, I love you.
Anthony DeFranco.
Thank you, thank you.
Megan DiGiovanni. Cara DiGiovanni Hirsch.
Family and friends, I love you all.
Jana DiBiase, summa cum laude. Darlene Dubrow.
To my family and friends, thank you so much. I love you.
Alexandre Dubsky. Eric Ellis. Nathan Engel, magna cum laude.
This is for you and for Dad. Love you.
Zachary Ennis. Gil Estrada.
Easter Fafidi. Daniel Fisher.
I love you, KB.
Terica Florence. Brianne Fox. Sandra Frank.
All right, let's hear it. Let's hear it.
Gregory Fry.
Party, party. Gonna go to graduate school next.
Jacqueline Frombach. Chanel Gleischer, summa cum laude. Jennifer Goldbetter. Robert Goodwin. Rochelle Greenwell. Clayton Grossinger, summa cum laude. Kaylee Grutzner. Kara Gulvas. Jennifer Gunderson.
I did it for you. Love ya.
Ryan Harding.
For all the Canadians out there, it's been worth it. Love my family, everyone.
Dana Harmon, magna cum laude.
I'm still alive. It's going to help me increase my life here.
Anthony Harrison, cum laude.
Finally going to leave Gallaudet University.
Emily Harrison, cum laude.
Finally did it.
Ryan Hastings.
I love my family. I love my friends. My brother Jay, Jenny.
John Hathaway II.
Yeah. Thanks, Gallaudet.
Angela Henry.
I gotta hug someone. Now the president. Thank you so much.
Amelia Hensley, cum laude.
This is for you.
Crystal Hernandez.
I love my whole family out there.
Jennifer Hess, magna cum laude.
Thanks to my family and friends and my department. Love it.
Dylan Hinks, cum laude. Kendra Holcomb.
Finally.
Liliana Holguin, magna cum laude.
Thanks to my family. Love you.
Maggie Hoyt.
Jessica Israel, cum laude.
Let's go out with a bang.
Sonam Jain.
Love my family out there. Yes.
Camille Lorello, magna cum laude.
Finally. Thanks to my family and all my close friends, and you know who you are. I love my mom and my dad. Finally.
Crystal Johnson, summa cum laude. Brittany Jones.
4 years. I've worked so hard.
Caitlin Journey, magna cum laude. Ikumi Kawamata, magna cum laude.
Thank you. Thank you. It's Japanese. Look forward to seeing you in Japan.
Edward Kelly, magna cum laude. Maria Klassen, cum laude.
Mom and Dad, brothers and sisters, I love you, and the whole community, the ASL department, love you all. Thank you.
Jacob Klenk.
Love my family and friends.
Lindy Klinger, cum laude.
Yes, thank you.
Isabella Kogan.
I'm going to leave you all with a big kiss.
Danielle Kloppitz. Ryan Lamson. Stacy Lakowski.
Finally, yes. Alumni of 81 over 30 years. Thank you all, my son, my daughter, all of you. You watched me go through this, and thank you to all my friends and family. I love you all.
Megan Laughlin, summa cum laude. Leanna Lawson. Danette Ligon.
Can I hug 3 trustees? Thank you.
Rebecca Lovich.
Friends, I love you all, and family up there, you're the best. I'm sorry, but I got to do this. I just have to.
Trenton Lucan.
Party.
Amanda Lindaker, cum laude. Olivia Malcolm, summa cum laude.
My family, friends, love you.
Denton Mallis, cum laude.
Carpe diem.
Nicole Marsh.
From all my family and friends from Canada. Where's Canada? All right, Canada.
Paola Martel.
Mom, aunt, wife, love you all.
Catherine Martina. Brittany McIver.
Mom and dad, family, I love you all.
Brandon McMillan. Nicole Miller, summa cum laude.
Thank you, everyone who helped me all these years. Thank you. Love you all.
Adelaida Moreno. Madeline Morgan.
Eddie Morrison.
Love you, Mom.
Kyle Murphy.
Love you. Love you.
Tracy Milik, summa cum laude. Tiffany Narciso. Amelia Nawalski. John O'Laughlin.
Thank you to everyone. Thank you to my mom for all your support. It's been a sweet ride. Go Gallaudet. All right, thanks for everything. Wow.
Nicole O'Malley. Eric Odell, magna cum laude. Melanie Orr, summa cum laude. Timothy Parrish, cum laude.
Thank you, my family. Love you all.
Tyler Pasco.
It's about time, finally.
Laura Penrod, magna cum laude. Ty Pham, cum laude. Taryn Philippi, summa cum laude.
Mom and Dad, I love you.
Jerica Pullman. Allison Popovich. Brandon Pound.
Friends and family, roommates, everyone. All right.
Shay Rasmus.
Love you, my family. Live Mas.
Marva Razavi.
Thanks to my family and my friends. Finally made it.
Brandy Janae Richardson, cum laude. Adrian Rivera.
Yes, thanks to my family.
Dustin Robinson. Lori Rodriguez. Jeremy Rogers, magna cum laude.
Family and friends.
Liana Rogers. Samantha Ruland. June Rule.
Mom and family and friends, 2 beautiful daughters, my fiance, I'm getting married. We're looking forward to it. Love you all. This May I'm getting married.
Jessica Shore, magna cum laude.
Thanks to my mom, my grandma, everyone.
Melanie Seaman.
To my whole family, thank you all. Thanks for supporting SSDB, everyone. Finally made it. Yes.
Jerry Sears. Catherine Seaton.
Mom and Dad, my family, love you all. Thank you.
Gary Sindansky.
It's an honor.
Ernest Sigamoni, magna cum laude. Nechama Smith, cum laude.
This is for you. I made it. Yes.
Tong Song,
Mom and Dad, thank you. Thank you. They're in the audience now, so that's great. Thank you.
David Spillers, Cheryl Spivey Johnston, summa cum laude. Michael Sprouse,
Thank you to everyone. Shakespeare and everyone in my family.
Whitney Stedman,
You mind moving my tassel for me? All right.
Ariella Stein, Tariq Stevens, Karen Stoika, Tanya Sturgis, cum laude. Victoria Tejada, magna cum laude. Woo!
Love you, Mom. Thanks for everything. One more time, one more time. Thank you. All right.
Christopher Thomas, summa cum laude.
All right, Gallaudet. Thanks to my family. Love you all and all my friends.
Antoine Thompson, Nora Torres,
This is for you. All right. Thank you, Gallaudet.
T. Aria Tucker. Stephen Turner. John Van Way. David Van Boxleer, Jr., cum laude. Lucas Van Dalen. Caitlin Velasquez. Lindsay Vine. Jared Volmar.
Thank you.
Julia Wallace.
Saw you just yesterday. Congratulations again.
Jerry Watson. John Wegenman, Jr.
Thanks to my family, my parents, everyone. Love you.
Ann Whited, cum laude. Jerome Wilcox, Jr.
Brooke Wilcoxon.
Family, Mom, I love you.
Cheyenne Wilding. Cum laude. Jessica Willoughby. Brandon Weinbarger, cum laude.
My family, thank you, thank you.
Rain Worsham. Jared Yamuchi. Lily Yu, magna cum laude.
Can I take my picture with you? Thank you.
Richard Zabelski, summa cum laude. Samantha Zack, magna cum laude.
My family and friends, everyone, my roommate.
Last but not least, Travis Zornosa.
All right, everyone, get up, get up. Everyone. Thank you to my family.
Mr. President, this completes the awarding of degrees. Wow. And what of the future? All we know is that it's uncertain. But we also know that Gallaudet has helped prepare you for life. This concludes our program for today. Please stand and join me in congratulating the newest Gallaudet alumni. And please remain standing in place for the recessional. Congratulations, graduates.